Hello guys, today we would be talking about SDS and non-SDS process for Canada study permits. 7 more countries are included in the SDS stream. So if you don't know me, I'm Arvinder Pal Singh from India. I'm working for almost 21 years in the same industry at Royal Travels, and we have been serving all the students for various countries, and we generally discuss the problems, the opportunities for all the categories. So let's go. So guys, we will be talking about SDS stream. So new SDS stream is launched for 14 countries now. So only 7 countries were the privileged members. So now it has spread to 7 more countries. So let's have a look at the countries. So it's Antigua and Barbuda, Brazil, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, India, Morocco, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, Senegal, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, and Vietnam. So 7 countries from South American and Caribbean region are included. So Canada found in a study that the last year the 16,000 students they reached Canada from this region. So that was the reason Canada picked these countries to and launched SDS stream for these new countries. So what is exactly SDS stream and non-SDS stream? Generally, the guys from these countries, the students from these countries are benefited from the streamlined visa processing. What exactly does that mean? So less paperwork, more visas, lesser time, and yes, opportunity for students to study and settle in Canada. So what exactly are the parameters? What exactly do they need in SDS stream? In SDS stream, you need to have at least six score in all the modules of IELTS. So that's reading, writing, speaking, listening. You need to score at least 6 each. Guys, you need to pay the tuition fee for 1 year for a DLI institute. So DLI institute is a designated learning institute that Canada has approved of. So if an institute is given a license of designated learning institutes, obviously the international students, they can study in the same institute. So third thing is you need to pay GIC, Guaranteed Investment Certificate of $10,000 in a bank. So Nova Scotia is the nominated bank. There are a few more financial institutions. So you need to show that you have actually invested $10,000 to prove as a living expenses in the country. Number one, you need to show your 1 year of tuition fee. You need to prove your GIC certificate. Then you need to go for the approved physician medicals. So yes, you need to go for a medical approved by the physician panel of the embassy. So you need to have your biometrics updation as well. So all the SDS categories file must be submitted online. And sometimes these files they go for artificial intelligence kind of decisions also. So if application is through SDS category, there are several more chances of a visa. So what exactly is a non-SDS category? In non-SDS category also, you need to have at least 6 bands. So this is a rumor also. Some guys believe that at 5.5 you can actually lodge an application, but you need to have an overall 6 score in IELTS, all the modules. But you can have exemption, like you can have 5.5 in one module, then application can go on. So then the category will be switched to non-SDS. In non-SDS category, it is not mandatory to submit fee for 1 year. You can actually pay the tuition fee for 6 months also. So GIC is not mandatory. So it looks as if it is getting easier, but here comes the problem. A lot more documentation is needed. So guys, you need to prove the cost of transportations, tuition fee, your living expenses. You actually need to prove the cost. And you must be required to submit all kind of bank statements, bank certificates, proof of income tax returns, any kind of sources of income in your family. So lot more detailed documentation is required in non-SDS category. Whereas SDS category, the turnaround time is just 20 days. Yes, it is published just 20 days. So whereas non-SDS category application can take up to several months also. So guys, Canada needs young students, basic education, and good in English. So if you have all these categories, you fulfill all these requirements, yes, Canada is looking for you. Canada is welcoming you. Now the rumors part. So even if you go for SDS profile, still your visa can be rejected. So there are equal chances of visas actually in SDS and non-SDS stream. So visas are not decided upon your type of application. So there is a privilege, less documentation, more chances of visa. But even if this application SDS category, they can also be rejected. You need to include all your documentation, even the all transcripts while submitting your application. And one thing you need to take care of during your application is the progression of your education. So even if you have gaps in your studies, you have been working, you need to show the proofs that I have been working at this place. So SOPs are important in certain cases. So if you have been working, if there is some missing information to link up your progression of your education, you need to actually write down. So progression of academics is much essential. So you need to prove your academic progression and career progression if you have gaps in your education. So guys, let me remind you, I'm Arvinder Pal Singh from Royal Travels. We are working for almost 21 years in this industry and we will be guiding you in various applications. If you like the video, kindly subscribe the channel and push the notification button. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.